Yo, what's up guys, this is Astranox and I'm back with another Epic 7 video, and today I want to review Mucacha. So it's gonna be a guide and review, and first I'll start with skills and soul burn effect, then stat analysis, skill ups, skill enhancement priority, awakening materials and stats, skill enhancement materials, memory imprint, best items, sets and substats, best artifacts, where does the hero shine, team compositions, PvP, and yeah, let's begin. So actually start with the third one. So this the third skill decreases defense for 2 turns, 75% chance, which is really good. It's like Tierra, but it also increases speed of all allies for 2 turns. It scales with the caster's speed, the damage. And when you soul burn for 20 souls, it grants an extra turn. This can go up to 100% chance to decrease defense decrease defense for 2 turns. So really good. Now, first skill attacks with a spear, increasing own combat readiness by 15%. You can get up to 20% combat readiness after skill ups, and it also the damage scales based on the caster's speed. Second is a passive, increase speed of all allies by 3% each time the caster attacks. Effect can only stack up to 5 times, and you can get, how much is that? 0.5, so 1.5%, 4.5% instead of 3%. So that's good. It's 25, and yeah, 25% speed for all allies, and when it's not buffed, it is 15% speed for all allies. Oh, sorry, 22.5%. Yeah. Yeah, 22.5% speed when maxed, and I mean it should be stacking with the increased speed buff. Now this is just hidden clue attribute reward bonus 10%. Let's look at the stats. Now his speed is extremely fast, very good speed, defense and HP. For a warrior, it's kind of a support, but he can also deal damage. Yeah, speed is top tier. The health is, yeah, 6-star, 5-star stats. Yeah, no. Survival wise, not so great. So yeah, I'd say it's average. Awakening, percentage attack, crit chance, and here you gain the increased speed, so it's huge. You definitely want to get the third awakening as fast as possible. That's the 5th. The 4th is speed 4, so you get the 4th the 4th awakening, sorry. The 5th is attack and okay, crit chance. So really 4 is crucial, but later on if you want him to if you build him with more damage, you want 5th and 6th. Material is cold look, mercenaries medicine for the rare catalyst. Now let's look at skill enhance. So I got Mucacha somewhere. Oh, I made him 4-star. Yeah, okay. This, you don't get a -1 turn. It's only the defense chance decrease that goes from 75 to 100%. But getting that 10%, it's not bad. It's 3 Molagora total, so you can get it to 85%. You can pretty much level them evenly because everything is good. Like this speed here is good. It's gonna affect your whole group. This, the second one's gonna increase his combat readiness, but I would prioritize third, the fourth Molagora go. If you don't have any decreased defense debuff on your team and he's the only one that provides it, you should max this, because in the Abyss Tower you can get 2 Molagora go fairly early. So yeah, use one for him, Archer's Vision for the materials, and after this you I feel like 3 and 2 are the better ones to enhance. This, yes, it will boost his combat readiness, but the investment is too large. You're only really gonna get the 2%, and it's kind of underwhelming for the 3 Molagora. So if you have no defense down on your team, go for 100% chance. If you do have defense down, a reliable defense down debuff applier, just work on the speed here. Yeah. Now let's check the memory imprint. It might actually be speed. It is speed. Very good. Very good. With the amount of speed he actually has now, 114. He's definitely gonna be amazing, especially with yeah, increased speed for the whole team. If you get Elsen as your attack and defense buffer, he's gonna pair really well with Elsen, which is easily obtained for free by doing the connection, talking to the NPC on the left side sitting at the table. And yeah, both together really strong. If you are pushing for Yuna, then she's gonna have attack and speed buff. I guess if you want a higher uptime on the speed buff, it could work. And then there's also this, and then he provides defense down, but it's 2 turns out of 4 turns though. That's one thing. If you go and you manual and you soul burn, you can lower this to 3 turns quite quick, just instantly. Just go again, use skill 1, get bit of combat readiness back. Now for gearing, of course, you will go with the speed set on him, and well, you kind of want to. He has a debuff, so you will build him same way you would build Tierra. Where is she? Okay, there she is. So you would go with something like this, just speed set 4-piece, then hit set 2-piece. Speed and hit drops from Wyvern. It's like her substats are not that good really. For him, you would not go full support. Maybe early game, right? You'd go support, but mid game, late game, also this artifact would work very good on him. The more he attacks, the faster he goes, the faster his speed. And with the 114 base speed, he's gonna be even quicker. So items early on, you're not gonna have insane speed items with crit damage and super high substat with speed, but early on you could build him. Priority number 1 would be speed substat, and then effectiveness to land the defense down on his third skill. And you could go with health percentage and defense percentage. So basically he's gonna have he's gonna be quick, he's gonna land his debuff, and he's gonna survive, because his survival stats are not they're like average. Now you wouldn't put him in the front line unless you actually got good survival stats on him. You could put him in the front line with this if you want to have if you want to have a higher uptime on the defense down, if you want his third skill to be available more often. But really, this would make him even faster, because when you have a unit with a speed buff for your whole team, the faster they go, the faster they start, the faster your team has speed up, and then you can actually beat the opponent. You can you might see the turn order on the left side, but you might actually just beat them depending on how fast your Mucacha is. Now there's a lot of ice heroes in the meta now, and Mucacha, Earth versus Ice. Earth is stronger than Ice. Ice deals less damage to Earth, so he would be quite good in PvP. Now if you went with an offensive setup on him, let us know in the comment section what kind of numbers you're seeing. But let's say you go with the speed set and crit set, you could get speed, crit damage, substats, and he would, that's the thing, damage dealt increased proportional to the caster's speed. I believe these attacks are, yes, it scales with speed, but it also scales with attack. So you could have, attack, speed, crit damage on his items, and with the speed buff and this thing stacking up, plus the artifact, this thing, he should be able to deal some good damage as well, or at least it be a semi DPS, as long as you keep him alive. So yeah, don't put him in the front line if he's built as a damage dealer, that's for sure. But early game, like I said, you go speed set, hit set, and for substat you go speed, effectiveness, and health and defense percentage. And the items on the left side are flat stats. You got attack on the weapon, you've got flat HP on the helm and flat defense on the chest. And on the right side, on the boots, you're gonna need speed on the boots, that's for sure. Even if you go damage on him, you're not gonna go attack percentage, because he scales very well with speed, and also he's gonna go first, or you want him to go first. So definitely get as high tier as possible boots on him, potentially on speed set, or it could be on the hit set if you cannot get high tier para speed boots. And if you have him support and you want him to survive, on the neck you'd like to have HP percentage or defense percentage, and on the ring you'd like to have, there is effectiveness, there's HP, there's defense percentage, and there's also you could have resistance there as well, effect resistance I believe. But I think better one would be HP or defense percentage for survival really. And yeah, now for artifacts, he's a warrior. If he's very quick, you could have this thing. You can decrease the combat readiness of the target upon a single attack. Let us know in the comment section if skill 1 and 3 are actual what's called single attacks. Actually, we can just go and test it out real quick. So let's just, not here. Let's just go on the first mission. Don't need any helper. And oop. Oh, you need someone. Yeah, let's just have, actually she's gonna deal too much damage. Mucacha. There he is. Okay, so this thing, it is a single attack. He is not awakened. He doesn't have the third awakening. I don't actually want to complete this stage. He probably, he will kill the target. But yeah, single attack on the third. And single attack on the first. Actually no, the speed buff that was going on was his second skill. And there's Mucacha in the lobby, just chilling on his chair. So they count as single attacks. So you could use that artifact if you wanted. It will not work well on Wyvern. You could bring him if he's tanky enough and you need that what's called defense down debuff. Well, I don't recommend doing it, but it is possible. Landing that defense down is going to be harder because ice is weak against earth. But yes, he's quick and he's going to lower the combat readiness of the enemy with that. Prophetic Candlestick if he's in the front line, but he's gonna need a lot of survival stats to be in the front line. Realistically, you should leave him in the back, and you could transition him into a damage dealer later on. This will deal extra damage to the boss, and it scales with the target's max HP, so it would be quite good. It would be pretty much perfect for him actually, because he's very quick as well, and if you build him with survival, he's not gonna deal that much damage. So yeah, use that early on. But yeah, if you've tested him with crit damage, very high speed, and attack, let us know how much damage he actually deals. But both of his attacks are single target attack. You could use this to decrease your chance of missing your defense down debuff. Now for warrior here, really you could use this because it increases his speed, lower his HP, but also there's a bunch of fights where you take damage, AoE damage, like everyone in your team is taking damage, so this could actually work out for the speed increase portion, but this would be more suited on a pure damage dealing warrior. Mucacha can be that damage dealer. It's just that, yeah, people would have to comment in the comment section about his damage. I don't think he can deal the damage as a pure DPS warrior though, so this would be more suited for an actual pure damage dealer, and you'd go with this for him. And well, if you want a bit of survival to affect resist effects, this is only attack and crit boost, and he goes quick, so that would not scale up too high. This I wouldn't use this, but if you get him in the front line, you get him tanky enough, you could have his combat readiness go up when he's attacked below 75%. HP. Yeah, you could do it. You could do it, but base stats are not they're not good for survival. He deals single attacks, so this could work if you go damage on him. I'm curious how much damage he can actually deal, and with this, it could be yeah. If he deals a lot of damage, this will make it so he deals quite a bit more as well. But he's a 3-star, very free to play friendly, and if you're free to play, you won't have access to 5-star. Well, for most of the players. So yeah, like I said, Ranan's Memorandum, or potentially Prophetic Candlestick, because you take damage, area damage, from multiple battles, and even if you're in the backline, Prophetic Candlestick can work out even in PvP. Now, if you want to pair him with other characters, like you've got Elson, that would be perfect actually. Attack and defense increase from skill 3. You need the Third Awakening for that. Provide some healing and decrease attack 50% chance with no skill up. Would be a very good pair together. And then you would need a pure healer if you want to actually tank harder content, and then you add a damage dealer in your group. Since he has speed up, I wouldn't bring Silk with him. She's free 4-star. She has speed down though. You could have Silk with him, yes. You could have her, and you go pure damage on Silk, like speed attack crit, crit damage, speed attack, and yeah, she could deal quite a bit of damage. I've tested her that way, and I mean, it depends on what you can actually pull, but I mean, if Elson, everyone can get Elson very early game, so Helga is out of the question very early game. Like Helga is it's got the attack buff. I did a review for her, but definitely go with Elson, much better. It really depends on who you have, but Tarnar Guard, such a beast. Defense down. Mucacha has defense down as well. Yeah, there's Bass for free now. For content, really, Mucacha, Golem, and Banshee. He's gonna be a good hero in both. Abyss, yeah, maybe not every floors, but he can shine there. He is not gonna really be a farmer for you. If you want to farm adventure, carry your whole team, fathers to level them up. But PvP with his high speed and defense down, he is a great opener in the battles. You get speed and defense down at the same time, and then you have Elson. You make him fast enough to go before your damage dealer and before the enemy damage dealer cuts in, and then you just go with your damage dealer and you take out their biggest threat, usually a high damage dealer on their team, someone that applies deadly debuffs, but yeah. And especially with the very ice hero meta right now, Earth is very strong to counter that. I mean, early game Elson, you can have oh yes, healer. Don't we get her for free? Hazel. She has attack buff and she heals as well. So that's that. Let me just check real quick here. Damage dealer, you got Lorena. Very, very strong. Hazel is here. So you could use Hazel or Elson, but if you are doing Golem, Hazel works, but not for Banshee. She's gonna, I mean, unless you have her very high survival, yeah, it's gonna be Elson. You could do Elson, Lorena, Mucacha, and that trio is very strong. And your fort, you are well, you can choose whatever fort you want, but you can probably go with Elson. You could make him tanky and have him actually be in the front line, and your fort could be an actual a healer, like, well, Hazel and Elson together. I don't know about that, but if you're doing Banshee, you're gonna need to clear debuffs. She doesn't clear debuffs. You have to go with, actually, she 3-star. Dispel 1 debuff from all allies, heal debuff allies, and recover HP and grant immunity. This you need to soul burn for all the allies to receive the immunity. Or you can just use Basque, really. He's free if you were lucky enough to do this event, Eulogy for a Saint. He provides immunity for the team. But yeah, a lot of different options, guys. That's it for this one. Thanks for watching. I'm Astranox. Like, comment, and subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out for now.